Hey everybody, I'm back to start the second qualifier for the BIC tournament that's taken place this weekend. If you didn't catch the first video, the idea is that there are qualifiers running this week for a tournament this weekend, and you have to put together 10 sessions of 12 board match points against the robots, where your average session is at least 55%. So in the first one that I ran this morning, you can see it here. Let's slide this over. BIC Qualifier 1. We have a provisional score right now of 57.9. Okay, and the idea is I hope I can score 55% average over 10 of them. We're off to a decent start with 58 in our first tournament. So if we go back to the lobby, this is Robot World, and we are going to run BIC Qualifier 2. Here we go. And this is a 12-board match point tournament against the robots, where you have the best hand at the table, or at least no one at the table has a better hand than you do high card point count wise. So let's play it and see what happens. Talk about the hands. All right, we have 12 balanced, and we're going to go ahead and open this club. 3-3 in the minors. The points are going to be pretty evenly distributed around the table, right? Because no one can have higher than 12 points. Partner has 6, that makes 18. The opponents have 22, which means they must either be split 12 and 10 or 11 and 11. Looking at our trick count, once we knock out the ace of diamonds, we'll have 3 diamonds. We'll have the ace of clubs, and that's really all our tricks for certain. Okay, so let's keep this 4 of diamonds in mind. And on hands like these, we are trying just to both develop our suits at the same time that we are giving to them the winners that they could take anyway. Okay, the idea is to kind of try not to break open new suits when you've got just a ton of losers. We're playing the 2 from the dummy there. It blocks the suit for a minute, but in case we needed, like the lead was being made around into our Jack 9, so we're going to play small to ensure 3 eventual tricks in the suit. This is called a wish trick. 1, 2, 3, 4 on a given trick. And now the question is, what suit to play? Well, probably doesn't hurt us to go ahead and cash this diamond and see what's going on there. Okay, so the diamonds were 3-3 and West had the ace. Okay, so we can start counting points. West has 4, East has 0. If I'm ever counting points in situations like these, and the way I'm looking at it, left to right, West is left and East is right, like I'm picturing the number 40 in my mind right now. So it's 4 with lefty, 0 with righty as far as high card points that have shown up. And the reason we're counting high card points specifically on this deal is because of the best hand nature. We know that the points have to be split either 12 and 10 or 11 and 11. So 40 is what I'm visualizing right now. And I guess we'll just go ahead and play a spade to the jack. I don't see any reason to do anything else. So there's the 10. That's interesting. And now the number updates to 44. Okay, he plays the queen of hearts. So if we cover with the king here, we guarantee ourselves a trick in the heart suit. Okay, so now the number's 46 in my mind. And we'll go ahead and play more hearts, I think. Yeah. 56. 86. 80-10. At this point, we know that East can't have the king of clubs because that would give him 13 points, right? He's already shown up with the ace, queen of hearts, and the ace of spades, so he can't have the king of clubs. That means that West has the king of clubs. That would be 11 and 10. And the, what is the missing card? The jack of clubs could be either place, okay? And we know that East had 4 hearts and 3 diamonds. Makes no sense to pitch the spade because that might be a trick. And the queen does us no good here. Could we shift the entry? The spades are probably 3-3 the whole time here. Might it be important to do that? I don't think so. Just in case he wants to do something silly like fly the king. Okay, so it turns out that West had 12 high card points and East had 10. And we're going to go ahead and cash the jack of diamonds. There's the 10 of clubs. So now the 9 of clubs is a threat against West king. Okay, so if he has the king of clubs and 2 spades, he's going to be squeezed right now. East probably didn't do that to him, though. I imagine the spades were 3-3 the whole time. Okay, so they weren't, but East just always had the spade guard with the 8, and we go down 1. And you'll see, 12 and 10. We have 20 high card points in a balanced hand, which means we open 2 no trump. It's just bread and butter situations here. We respond 3 hearts to partner's 3 clubs stamen. And it looks like partner had 4 spades, and we're not interested in that. Counting tricks. We have 3 spades. We have 4 hearts. We have 2 diamonds. We have 1 club. Anytime you have 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 10. That's a shortcut to counting your hand, too. If you notice that you have 1 of each of the honor cards, that's 10 points. Okay, so we have 10. Looks like we're going to have to lose at least 2 tricks. I don't see any reason to grab off the first trick. So we're just going to go ahead and start. It's called rectifying the count. We're going to duck some tricks until we have, until there are n tricks left and we have n minus 1 of them. So we can lose 2 tricks to rectify the count here. There's 1, and there's 2. And now we better win some. Okay, so at this point, there is a big club out there that is the club guard, and someone might have the 13th diamond. If we can catch somebody with both of those things, we're going to have a squeeze here. Oh, actually, let's see, we might have a threat with the 8 of spades also. So if we came down in the ending, how does this work? Could be a double squeeze with someone holding the club, and someone holding either the diamond or the spade. So what do I need to do here? Let's figure this out. I have 4 hearts, I have 3 spades, I have 2 diamonds, I have the rest of the tricks but 1. So the stage is set. If I run my hearts now, I would have to pitch a diamond and a club from the board, so that would be fine. And then it would be a double squeeze around the diamond suit. Okay, so this is the end position we are aiming for here. We're going to cash our winners ending in the dummy, and the dummy's last 3 cards are going to be a club and a spade and a diamond. And if one person holds the club guard, okay, there's a big club left. I forget if it's the king or the jack, but there's 1 club higher than the 10 and the 7 at this point. And one person holds the 4th spade. If we come to that ending, the club and a spade and a diamond in the dummy, both people can't guard diamonds at that point, right? Like they could have, they're each gonna, one's going to have a club, one's going to have a spade. They can't each guard 3 diamonds. All right, we're just going to keep the ace, king, X of diamonds in our hand. So the only things we need to look for are the jack, 10, 9 of spades, and a big club. And we're going to just run our winners here. We've already determined we can pitch a club and a diamond from the dummy. Well, I hope this works. This would be cool. We haven't seen any of the important cards yet. Pitch a club from the dummy. And we pitch a diamond from the dummy. And I guess we pitch the beer for style. If I had to say the 7 and the 3, I would also pitch the 7 for style. Still haven't seen any of the important cards. Okay, big club, jack, 10, 9 of spades. That's what we're looking for. There's the 10. There's the 9. We can pitch the club from our hand because that doesn't do us any good. And now what we're hoping is that one person had the jack of spades, one person has the big club, and that our 4 of diamonds is going to be good in the end. Okay, so this is the point in the hand where we shrug and try to run the diamonds, okay, because neither of the black cards in the dummy grew up. So we came to 11 tricks, and look what happened. West was squeezed between diamonds and spades. Okay, so if we go back and look at the board, watch what happens here. Let's stop that. We ducked a club, we ducked a diamond. He shifted to a club, and when we ran our hearts, he could pitch a club safely, and he could pitch another club. He actually chose to unguard the diamond at that point. But like our 2 heart caches there, we're either going to make him unguard the queen of diamonds or unguard the spade. So that's exactly what happened. You got squeezed. Only works if you duck the first 2 rounds. And the only way you can be informed that you need to duck twice is that you count to 10 and realize that the formula is their tricks plus our tricks needs to equal 12. Okay. All right, that was super cool. Board 3. We have 18 balance. We can open a spade with the intention of rebidding 2 no trump. In the meantime, partner makes a limit raise in spades. It's a good time to check on our loser count. So partner's limit raise is normally based on 8 losers. And the way you use loser trick formula is 24 minus my partner's losers minus my losers is supposed to predict how many tricks we have. Okay, a minimum opening hand has 7, an invite has 8, a single raise has 9. Here, partner has made an invite. Okay, so we're going to credit him with 8 losers. If we look at our own loser count, we have half a trick in. Actually, let's go through the whole formula. The baseline formula. We have 1 loser in spades. We have 2 losers in hearts. We have 2 losers in clubs. And we have a loser in diamonds for 6. Now we're going to give ourselves credit for having a surplus of aces. Okay. And the 2 aces actually cover 1 loser. Okay, so the adjusted loser trick count on this is 5. My partner has 8. 24 minus 13 is 11. So it's looking like on offensive power, we're probably a little bit below what we need for a slam here. If we kind of apply the sniff test and give partner like queen 4th of spades would be good. Ace of hearts, ace of clubs. I mean, it seems like that still potentially doesn't get us there. It seems like our hand might still be too good for this. So the question is, do I want to sign off in 4 spades here and trust that loser count thing? Or do I want to go ahead and bid Blackwood and risk giving the opponents information that they can use on the lead? Am I really ever going to be able to bid 6 here? Partner shows up with. Do I want to go partner has 2 and the queen? Do I want to go partner has 2 and not the queen? What about 1 with the queen? Do I want to be there? I think I'm gonna trust the loser count here and just sign off in 4. We don't need to bid thin slams at match points the same way we don't need to bid thin games. Take your tricks in the play, and that will compensate you well in the score. So let's do our trick count. We have 5 spades. We have 4 clubs for 9. We have the ace of diamonds for 10, and we have a heart for 11. Okay, so we can also rough something, right? Is that true? Let's do that count again. 5 spades, 4 clubs, ace of diamonds, heart. It's 11. And we can throw our diamond loser there. But we still have 2 heart losers, right? Right. Okay, so the only legitimate thing to play for here is East having ace and a heart. And we're going to play small from the dummy. Okay, so he goes ahead and wins the ace, which actually might be a mistake on the layout of the cards. So as soon as we win the ace of diamonds here, we can claim. We've got 12 tricks, and there's no distribution of the opponent's cards that can stop us from doing that. And he actually had ace and a heart. So the idea there was if he hadn't have flown the ace of hearts at trick 1, we would win the king in our hand, and later on we'd duck from both hands, and the queen would grow into a trick. Okay? That's a neat little thing about king empty third opposite queen empty third. Okay, we have 18 balanced, so we're going to open a diamond and rebid 2-no if partner bids a major. Always be thinking about what your rebid's going to be. Balanced hands are pretty easy. Partner bids 3 hearts. Let's check the description. Rebid. 6 plus hearts, 6 to 11 high cards. We have a very nice hand for a heart game here. 14 of our 18 points are guaranteed to be good points, working points. The Queen of Hearts is a great card, and 3 aces are great cards. Okay, and if you think about like when you use 1430, what that's designed to find out is about aces and about the King of Trumps and about the Queen of Trumps. Okay, so kind of the very fact that we have such a popular convention that identifies these cards makes us realize that the aces and like the Queen of Trump, those all have to be great cards. Okay, so I think if I can get away with it, I wonder if new suits by me here agree hearts. What would 3 spades be? Yeah, Q-bid. So we're going to go ahead and Q-bid 3 spades. I'm bidding 3 spades here, not as an offer to play spades as trump, but as a Q-bid in support of hearts because I have such a good dummy for hearts. And partner says, gee, thanks, but not interested. Thank you. All right, let's count some tricks. We have 4 hearts, we have 3 spades, that's 7. We have 2 diamonds, that's 9. We have the ace of clubs, that's 10. We have the ace king of hearts as losers. Places that the extra tricks could come from. If the diamonds are 4-3, we can set up the 5th diamond in the dummy. And the other place that we might make a trick is club finesse. Okay, I don't want to rely on that club finesse right away. I want to try and set up the diamonds if that is possible. So what would that entail? That would entail king diamonds, ace of diamonds, diamond, spade. So I definitely don't think we want to do that. We don't want to use our entry here. Let's see, is this diamond thing really safe? End up roughing 2 diamonds. This would mean I play a spade to the ace, ace of diamonds, diamond rough. Actually, do I have the entries? If I won the spade in hand and cashed the king of diamonds and played a spade to the board, which risks a rough if the spades are not 5-2 or better, and I played the ace of diamonds and rough to diamond, get back of the board with a spade, rough a diamond, pull some trump. I'm not liking this plan because of the blockage in diamonds. So I think we're just going to go back and fall back on the club finesse. Is that true? Still seems right to rough some diamonds here. Well, let's go ahead and win this in hand and unblock the king of diamonds and see what happens later. Not going to risk playing a second spade here. Just not going to try and help them get their spade rough if they've got one coming. Okay, so if I play ace of diamonds and rough a diamond now, that should be relatively safe. Should I pitch my spade? I guess I actually probably should pitch my spade, shouldn't I? Yeah. Okay, so diamonds were 4-3. Let's play a heart to the queen. There's one more trump to collect. He plays a diamond, which is great because it sets up the Curse of Scotland for our 11th trick. We pull the last trump, and we claim. We have the 8 of hearts, the 9 of diamonds, the Queen of spades, and the Ace of clubs. Partner opens a club, and we have 18, 5, 4, 3, 1. So slam is definitely looking like a possibility here. When that's the case, I'm going to start with my diamond suit here, because 6 diamonds could easily be a viable contract here. If you made my hand weaker, like say I had a 1-bid hand with 6 points and the same shape, I would certainly be of the school that tends to respond 1 heart on that. I just bid my 4-card major in preference to my 5-card minor when I have a weak hand. Okay, partner does something pretty surprising here. He jumps to 3 clubs, which shows an invitational 1-suited hand with clubs. All right, we have 18 and apparently no fit, so I don't see any reason to do. Let's see, could we actually count to 13 tricks here? If we could somehow find out about the King of Diamonds and the Ace of Hearts, that would be 8 tricks. And then if partner had the Ace, King, Queen of Clubs, 6 times, maybe. I don't think we're ever getting to 13 tricks. If we're not ever getting to 13 tricks, I'm just going to bid 6 no. I would not be surprised at all if 7 no makes. Trick counting. 2 spades, probably 5 diamonds is 7, at least 3 hearts is 10, and whatever the club suit comes to. So can we ever get to 13 tricks outside the club suit? What is 4 hearts, 2 spades, and 5 diamonds is 11. So even if that's the case, we're still going to try and take the club hook. Okay, so if we're taking the club hook, we get at least 2 clubs. We've got at least 5, 2, 5, 3, 2. All right, we're taking the club hook no matter what. Might as well put up the 10 of spades just in case. Oh, and it wins. So let's reassess. That is odd. The bot usually doesn't underlead Queen, Jack of spades. 3 spades. If the hearts behave, that's 4 for 7. The diamonds behave, that's 12, and we would not have to take the club finesse. Who do I think probably has hearts, if anyone? All right, so let's start by playing the King, Jack of diamonds off. Note too, like you're just always counting tricks, always reassessing, always taking stock. Okay, the diamonds behave. So now for sure we have the 3 in the bag. The 2 spades is 5, 3 diamonds is 8, 3 hearts is 11, the Ace of clubs is 12. Ways we could get a 13th trick. We could have the hearts be 3-3. We could take a successful finesse for the Jack of hearts. And we could hook the club. If anyone has the Jack of hearts here and the finesse gets proven on the second round, what's going to happen is, see, it doesn't matter here because I've got the entry back to my hand in spades. Is there any reason to do anything fancy in hearts here? Let's get into good practice by unblocking here. And notice what I just did in the heart suit. Like if I wanted to take a finesse for the Jack of hearts and end up in my hand, that 10 was a necessary play, right? Because otherwise East could just not cover with the 10, and I would be forced to play the 9 from hand, and the lead would still be in the dummy. Okay, so the hearts, are they going to be 3-3? Okay, they're not, which means that lefty had 2 hearts and 4 diamonds. And 5 spades, which means 2 clubs. So who's got the King of clubs here? Either East has blanked the king of clubs, right, because he had to protect my 9 of hearts. We know he's got the jack of hearts. What do we know about West's opening hand? It was queen jack, 5th of spades, a doubleton heart, 4 diamonds to the nothing, which gives East 3 dead spades, jack, 4th of hearts, 2 diamonds, right, and 4 clubs. Does any of this do me any good? If I think this is a pure toss-up, I ought to just play to make my contract. If I think this is a normal contract, I ought to think more about this. If West had 2 dead clubs, what was the auction again? West had 2 dead clubs. Would he have led them? I mean, maybe not. I think we're just going to take our sure thing here, and if East is born down to the king of clubs and the jack of hearts, we get an extra trick. Oh, look at that. Didn't even have to guess. Did West really have another card left? Yeah, he had the 9 of spades left. Okay, cool. Just saved us the agony by popping up the king of clubs at trick 12, which was his only club left. All right, we have 12 semi-balanced, and we're going to open a diamond. And West bids Michaels. East bid 3 hearts, which should show some interest in game. We have no interest in competing further. We know the dummy's going to have 5 spades and 5 hearts in it, and East likes her hand. And I think what we're going to do here is just lead a trump. Four jack, 6-10. There were 11 in the dummy, right? And I had 12, which means the partner must have at least a 5 count because East can't have more than 12. Okay. Partner's got to have at least 5 points. We'll keep that number in mind. Looks like he's got the queen of spades as 2 of them. Okay, we take a diamond hook, so that looks like this. Could it be possible that he's pitching all the clubs away? I don't think so. So we're just going to play passively here. And it looks like partner's points are the king of diamonds and the queen of spades. If I played the 10 of diamonds and we were in a rough slough situation, he could make the rest of the tricks. Therefore, I just play the ace of clubs. This hand is about to be over. Going to rough something to the dummy. We're going to rough a spade, and the dummy's going to be good. All right, we took our 3 tricks, and they missed game. I suppose that's decent for us. 16 balanced is 1 no trump opener. Partner bids 2 clubs. We have no major. We bid 2 diamonds. That's the only thing you bid when partner bids 2 clubs and you don't have a 4-card major. Invite in the major, 4 plus hearts, 5 plus spades, 9 high cards. Do we like our hand for a spade contract? Well, not exactly. I guess we do have 3 key cards. We have a 5-card suit. We have a 10 and a 9 of diamonds. What would 3 spades by me be? I guess if partner passes, this will be fine. If partner drives it to game, that'll be fine. Okay, partner goes ahead and drives it to game. 9 of spades. Our tricks are however many, and we're counting them from Norse perspective, probably 4 spades. It's possible that the queen is falling with West. There's like 0 likelihood that East is led away from the queen of spades here. Okay, so probably if the spades break 3-2 with West having the queen, we're looking at 4 spades, 2 hearts, a club is 7. You might want to try and set up this club suit, right? What if we thought about things from South's perspective? Okay, let's try and set up this club suit. I like that playing better. I'll work on my long suit because I'm not exactly sure what to do here. I guess we will duck that, right? Now our clubs are set up. So we should play a spade to the, that's not good, king, which leaves West with Queen X. We will go ahead and make sure we get our heart ruff in. Now we can pitch the Jack of Hearts on the Queen of Clubs. And he has to lead diamonds for us if he doesn't have any hearts left. And the diamond finesse was working the whole time anyway. So Wes is going to come to his Queen of Spades, which means that we have 1 of 2 tricks left, and we can claim. All right, 9-16 balanced. We have a no trump opener, but East beats us to it. And if you have a balanced hand, I don't care how many points you have, you just pass when they open a no trump. When they open a strong no trump, I should say. Get transfer to spades, and God dealt us ace king of his side suit, so we lead that. East 3-9-6. There is 1 point in the dummy. We have 16. Which means the East must have either 15 or 16. They can't have 17 because the conditions of contest stipulate that we have at least a tie for the best hand, which means that partner has at least a 7 count. Because worst case scenario for us, we have 16. Right opponent has 16. Dummy has 1, which would leave partner with 7. Okay, so partner has 7 or 8. Now, that's all just kind of a delay for me to figure out what I'm going to do at trick 2. I think at trick 2 we are just going to continue pounding clubs. Okay, so there is, what did I say, 16, 16, 1, he's got 7 or 8, he's got 6 or 7 points now. And we'll play a club because either partner's got the 10 or he's roughing. He's roughing, that's cool. Probably go ahead and kill that 5 of clubs in the dummy. Partner should be roughing high. That's interesting. What's going on now? King of diamonds, which leaves me 3 or 4 other points. They must be in the heart suit. Must admit, I'm confused as to what's going on. Okay, partner at the Queen of Spades. And the Jack of Spades. All right, we beat it a couple. And you'll see that partner had the 8 points that we gave him just by doing our trick 1 counting of points. All right, a heart by East. And do I want to Michaels here? I think I do. Go ahead and show 10 of my cards instead of 5 of them. And partner leaps to 4 spades. That can't be too bad. We have a diamond loser, we have a couple of club losers, and we have a heart loser. So is there any way around any of this? We have 14, dummy has 8. If right-hand opponent has 14. That leaves lefty with 4. So West has a minimum of 4 points. Wonder if we could sneak the Jack of Hearts by him, maybe. Is it really our best play? I think it is. We're going to try and do that as early in the play as possible. Oh well, we're going to be down 1. So East is shown up with ace of clubs, king, queen, and diamonds. Ace of hearts is 13. We can go ahead and pull the last trump, play a diamond to the jack and the queen, win the next trick, and claim. 4 spades down 1 is kind of becoming a habit around here. All right, board 10, we have 6, 7, 11, 17, triple 4, 1, and we open a diamond. Part of it's 3 clubs, which I think is invitational. All right, and we're just going to bid 3 no trump. We have no major fit. We should have the points for game here. Okay, so it might be the case that partner's only entry is by overtaking the king of clubs. East could do us a big favor here by just playing the ace of diamonds and letting the queen be an entry. Our trick count is 1 heart. If the clubs behave, 7 clubs and 3 diamonds for 11. Against that, the opponents have the ace of diamonds and the ace of spades. So everything adds up, and we are very lucky that they didn't lead a heart right here. So go ahead and do that. Don't know what to do yet about this. Let's see. Is there a way to be safe here? Can't play the king of clubs yet because I don't know whether to overtake it. What if I played the king of spades instead? It would shift to hearts, now my diamonds wouldn't be set up. If I play a diamond, they fly ace on my left. Can duck it. Heart. Pitch. I think we're just going to have to fall back on the clubs being 3-2, aren't we? Is that really true? Do I have an entry back to hand? All right. Now the play I didn't want to have to think about. Okay, we can win that. Go to that. Come back to this. If he plays a spade, we'd be fine. If he plays a club, we'd win it in hand. We get squeezed on that. It can't hurt us to do that, right? Can it? Actually can. All right, tired of thinking about this. Here's our moment of truth. Let's see if the clubs break. Okay, they do. We have 5 clubs, 2 diamonds, and the ace of hearts is 8. We have a way back to our hand. Suppose we might as well go ahead and run all our winners. And they kept the 9 hearts. That's cute. Pitching all the high ones and keeping the 9. Okay, board 11. 2 boards left in this tournament. 12, 13 balanced. We open our longer minor, 1 diamond. Partner bids 2 diamonds, which is forcing to 2 no trump. Okay. And what happens if we bid 2 spades? Stop in spades, forcing, that's fine. 3 diamonds should be not forcing, correct? Yep, and we're just going to play 3 diamonds there. That's kind of a good conversation to have with your partners if you play inverted minors, to figure out what, when it goes 1 diamond, 2 diamonds, is that forcing to game? Is it forcing to 2 no trump? Is it forcing to 3 diamonds? That's a good basic thing to have a conversation about. All right, so tricks. From North's perspective, because North has more trumps, even though it's the dummy, we have 5 diamonds, we have 2 spades, we have 1 heart is 8. We have a heart loser, we have 3 club losers, and we're just going to have to try and wrangle another trick out of this spade suit. The most normal looking way to do that is by finessing for the queen, right? And we can afford to pull trump on this hand because we don't need dummies trumps for anything. And we have 9, they have 4. We're going to count backwards from 4 as soon as we start pulling trump. It's just roughing their natural club trick, so that doesn't mean anything to us. Okay, the trumps are drawn. We're going to lay down the ace of spades just in case East is born down to the singleton queen, and then we're going to take the spade finesse. And it is a loser, but we have the rest. We've been down 1 a lot in this tournament. That's all right, though. We have 14 with a 6-3-2-2 shape. And I hate the suit, but I think I have to overcall 2 hearts here. Notice, too, that your requirements for overcalling 2 hearts can be a little bit lighter than your requirements for overcalling 2 of a minor. We think about why we're overcalling. One of the premier reasons we're doing it is to get to a game. 4 hearts is a game, and that requires 10 tricks. 5 clubs and 5 diamonds require 11 tricks. So it ought to make some intuitive sense that 2 heart overcalls can actually be made a little more lightly than 2 of a minor overcalls, because the target is farther away when you're overcalling 2 of a minor, one of the targets. Then we go ahead and pass. We're not leading any of these naked ace suits, so we'll just lead the 10 of hearts. Okay, there were 10 jack 4 ace. There were 8 in the dummy. There were 14 in our hand, which means right-hand opponent has a maximum of 14, which means the partner has at least 4 points. Is there a reason to duck this? If we went up ace and partner had the singleton king, that would be super embarrassing. I don't think he can dump enough stuff to embarrass us. Partner has to have at least 4 points on. Does he have to have the king of clubs? Is that true? Well, yeah, he can still have the king of spades. What did we learn from that first trick? 10 jack, and he overtook it with the ace. So certainly he's got the ace, king, queen of hearts. Do this math again. Dummy had 8. We had 14. If right-hand opponent had 14, which is his maximum, partner has to have at least 4. We know that partner doesn't have any points in the heart suit because he would have covered the jack. So we can figure out if he's got the king of clubs later on here. The only way this is going to hurt is if partner had the singleton king. Play another spade. And partner does have the king of clubs, right? The only points that are missing at this point are king of clubs, jack of diamonds. We know that partner has to have at least 4, ergo he has to have the king of clubs, and he has 1 or both jacks. And how did that first trick go? Let's cheat here. 3, 9, 10, king. Certainly looking like 5 spades. If I cash the ace of diamonds here, that can never be wrong, right? Right. So go ahead and cash that before we cash the ace of clubs. And that's the end of our trick, so we can just hit concede. Declared 5 spades, 4 clubs. And, you know, even if he had like the 1 diamond and the 1 heart, he's getting rid of both of his losers, right? He's got the rest of the winners. Turnout partner actually did have the queen of hearts. A little bit weird that he wouldn't cover there in case I'd led from king 10, 9. Okay, anyway, that's 12 boards. And that is the, let's see if they give us a provisional score here. They do. That's cool. This one came up quicker than the one this morning. And now it's misbehaving. And if we click on it again, come on. Once again, I'm going to give this like 10 seconds here to see if it comes up with the provisional. Okay, 55.84, so a little bit above our goal. I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to go play some Nintendo Switch for a little while the video uploads, and then we'll be back for video number 3 on qualifier number 3. Hope you guys enjoyed this.